Hi guys, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Doris. Um, if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome, and you're gonna love it here. So today, guys, I just want to quickly talk about my journey so far, like what led to what that led me to be here today. So if this is what you feel like you're interested in, hop on, let us ride on this journey together. um Anyways, guys, I'm just trying to talk about this because I have seen the need to share my story. I know that I'm gonna be encouraging a lot of people. I know that a lot of people might be going through things and they are looking for where to succor. They are looking for another person's story that gives them hope, and that is the reason why I decided to tell my story. I graduated from high school 2006, and I wanted to get in to study medicine and surgery. I was at home for 3 years because I couldn't get into the university. It was always one thing or the other. My first year out of school, I was terrible at JAMB. I didn't even get up to the cutoff mark. But the subsequent year, I got the cutoff mark, but I couldn't still get admission. As a matter of fact, I got a fake admission in Anambra State University in Nigeria. I had to leave after I found out that nothing worked out. It was so heartbreaking. I had to leave. I needed to wait for the next year. I waited for the next year and I wrote my JAMB, and I got the cutoff mark because I wrote that JAMB. I didn't even study. I was even crying. I was writing my JAMB and I could remember that I was crying while doing that JAMB. Lo and behold, the JAMB came out and I got 258. Then and that JAMB was done in, that was my third JAMB already, 2008. So I put some schools as my first choice. I used Enugu State University as my first choice, and UNN. So I did the post JAMB examination or whatever they call it, and I didn't even get a result from UNN because I couldn't find my result. And as a matter of fact, they put it in another department in agriculture, and I mean I couldn't even find my score under where I wrote my exam. Then I wrote in Enugu State University, and I got 300 in my post UME. And when they when they said, oh, that the names have been released for Enugu State University, I went into the portal to check. I saw my name. Then I went back again after 1 hour. I couldn't see my name. It was so funny that I was like, what is going on here? Guys, I'm laughing it out because it wasn't even funny when it was happening. It was not. So I went to the school severally to ask them what happened. I showed them that this is my JAMB, this is my post-UME score. I mean, I qualified for merit. I qualified to get this admission under merit. And they said to me, oh, no, that my name is not here. They checked and checked. It was later on that somebody told me that they've sold my slot. That is what they do, that sometimes when you get a very high score and other people, like let's say the politicians or people that know the vice chancellor, they will just come and sell off your slot to them. And because you don't know anybody, you can't even get in on merit, even if you get it on merit. So it was a very sad time, and I pushed it through. Then I decided to just go to a private university. That was how I ended up in private university. But I still preferred it because I mean I didn't have to go through the court guys, court girls of a stuff, all those court things that they do in other universities. I didn't have to go through that. And because already when I was in Anambra State University, I was already, a lot of girls were blocking me, like all those black bra and all those things. They'll be blocking me. If I'm just passing, they'll be asking me, okay, do you want to be a member, stuff like that. They were telling me to go into all these contests that they'll push me, and I mean, I felt that that's just God's own way of not wanting me to like have to deal with all that. So I went to private university. I finished my first degree in biochemistry. I was studying really hard because of what I have been through. So I came out as with as the best graduating student in my set. Then I said, okay, I really want to study medicine. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I feel that where I am is not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I wasn't feeling satisfied. So I decided to, okay, a friend of mine told me about a school that study complementary medicine that is affiliated to University of Greece. So I went in and I asked questions, and it was real information. So I said, okay, let me study complementary medicine first, and see if it actually satisfies me. So I went on through the struggles, and I mean, guys, it wasn't easy. I remember telling my dad that and my mom that I wanted to study complementary medicine. My dad was like, oh, that why not I work for some time, that he doesn't have money anymore to keep on training me in school, and I didn't know what to do because I really, really wanted to become a doctor. I didn't want to give up. Like, my journey is not like, oh, I just came out from college, went into the university to study medicine, and it all worked out. It wasn't like that. So even when my dad said that, I told him that it's fine, Daddy, let me just go ahead. I'm gonna find my way. So I came down to Nigeria because my parents stay in Cameroon. So after I had that discussion with them, I came down to Nigeria. So when I came down to Nigeria, I talked to some of my friends, even went as far as borrowing money just to get into school first, to do my first payment to get into school. So when I made the payment, I was doing lots of job. I was teaching in 2 schools. I was selling footwears. So my mom would always get footwears for me. She would buy them and she would send them down to Nigeria. Then I had a boyfriend then that would help me. He was an officer. He would help me to bring them out. So I was going from school to school, from market to market, hawking my shoes, telling people about my footwears, but it always works out because immediately I bring it in, within a month I would sell it off. Then after some time I got a little shop where I was selling shoes, attachments, and I was still teaching in 2 schools and studying complementary medicine, doing the exams, because the complementary medicine was evening school. So we used to go to school from 6 p.m, sometimes 5 p.m, and we would finish around 10 p.m or 11 p.m at night. So that is how long we stay in school. So it was in the evening we go to school, you can imagine. And then when I would be coming back, I would follow my classmates that had cars, and they would drop me at home. They were so good because I was so good to them, because everybody in the class used my notes. I was the only one that when the teacher teaches, I record and I go home, I type it out and I distribute to everybody in the class. So basically they didn't even have time, because everybody in my class were either working as a med lab scientist, were either working as nurses, as veterinary doctors. They had other things that they were doing. They just wanted to use this one to complement. So that's why they were different from me. I didn't have any other thing. I just wanted to start from this one. So I had time to study and they didn't. So everybody used, again, my notes to study. So after I finished off the course, it lasted for 3.5 years. I finished it, graduated, and also came out as the best graduating student. Okay, we were 2 actually. There's me and this other guy that were the best graduating student in that course. But even when I was already writing my final exam, I was not feeling satisfied at all, because I have been able to look into the labor market of the course that my complementary medicine, and I found out that they are not allowed we as complementary medicine doctors, we're not allowed to work in the hospital, in the main hospital in my country. You can own your own practice, you can have your own things, but not a place in the hospital. So I didn't know where to start. Even when I finished the complementary medicine, I was lost. I still felt like, what am I doing? What am I gonna do? I remember sitting down one day to think, and I said, look, what am I even doing? I don't even know. So what? Everything was just too much for me. So what I did was, I said, okay, let me come to Australia and study nursing. I started the process, got admission in TEF, because as of then I was already 25 years. That was 2005. 2015 I was 25. So I got admission in TEF, started the process. I was able to save up some money from all the jobs that I was doing then. I think I had about 1.5 million then. So I started the process, but then I needed statement of account that can help me to push my application. I couldn't get statement of account. I looked and looked. I couldn't get statement of account. And this was a very discouraging factor for me because I had to go home crying. I didn't even know. It was as if all my effort has been laid to waste because I didn't know that I was supposed to get a statement of account before I did my admission. So I then I remember walking frustrated, feeling like the world has come to an end, and I mean that there is nothing I can do. And I saw a signpost that said, oh, study medicine in 4 years in Philippines. And I read it. I took a picture. I was like, is this for real? I took a picture, called them on phone, and I'm like, is this for real? And they told me, oh yes, that you can study medicine in Philippines within 4 years, but you needed to have graduated from some courses. And I said, yes, I fit into the criteria. So that was how my Philippines journey started. So I did my admission. They processed the admission for me to go to Philippines and study, to go to Philippines and do my course. I finished off the process. I paid the agency, got admission, went to Abuja in Nigeria, to Philippine Embassy, did all the authentication in the Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Education. I finished everything and I processed my visa, and I got my visa the first time. So my visa came out. I was already short of cash. I didn't even have the money to book my flight or anything. But I didn't know what to do. I just kept on meeting people that I know that could help me, and they were promising me. This person would tell me, okay, I'm going to help you. The other person would say, okay, I'm going to help you. This person would say, okay, I'm going to help you. You know how frustrating it is to keep on going ahead to look for help. I mean, I could literally not get that help from anywhere. I could literally not get that help from anywhere. Everybody that even wanted to help me wanted to sleep with me. It was that bad. Anyways, guys, I'm going to continue this story in my next video, okay? Because I don't want to bore you. So you can tune in and watch the second video if this my story is something that is interesting to you. And see you.